Hi, everybody. Welcome to the new normal. I'm your host, Lisa Davis. Oh my gosh, AKA Litecoin Lisa. It's been a day and a half. We've got SL369 Crypto here with us and Jill Jardine, two amazingly gifted people that are here to tell us a little bit about some price predictions with cryptocurrency. So we'll be right back after this quick break. Jill and SL, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us. SL, I know we were on earlier today and had a great show with Brandy that everybody can catch on your Patreon. And Jill, I know you're a little bit under the weather. You've been working quite a bit. I think maybe you gave a little bit of that to me on the pre-show. Maybe that was why I choked a little bit on my intro. But thank you, ladies, so much for joining me. We're going to do kind of a quick show today, but we wanted to hit the high notes. There was a little bit of a pullback. Some people are saying, "Oh, the crash to the previous all-time high from 2 days ago or something." In Bitcoin, Jill, can you tell us a little bit about like what was going on as far as astrologically in Bitcoin the past, I don't know, 7 to 14 days or so?
Sure. Thank you for having me back on, Lisa and SL. Glad to be here. Yeah, it's high psychic season, so I think I'm a little tapped. But yeah, so yesterday, the 10th of November, was kind of what we would call a malefic day astrologically. And basically, we had the two planets, Mars and Mercury, together in Scorpio, Scorpio being a sign of money's coming in from things like investments, but they were squaring off and having a battle with Saturn, the karmic lord, and the moon in Aquarius. So that's why things took a bit of a fall yesterday, because it was a malefic astrological war going on, basically. So it was like nobody was going to be making some gains then. But and leading up to that, it's been a little bit up and down in previous podcasts and in previous YouTube videos. I had talked about the new moon in Scorpio on the 4th of November being sort of like the time you wanted to be maybe taking profits out by. And it did go down. The crypto markets went down around that day too. So that's backtracking about a few days. And then, there was the high on that date, October 29th, which I had originally seen as probably being a key day for taking profit and for high crypto markets. So now let's go forward. Today, 11/11, a master day, we're going to see some rallying, which I think has happened. And really, I think that that we're not going to see a crash of any type into like up through the 18th of November. I think things will not take a very high swing, but we're not going to see the pendulum going in the opposite direction. Things are going to make incremental moves upward with the crypto coins. Lowever, we get to that solar eclipse on the 19th of November, it's a lunar full moon solar eclipse with the sun in Scorpio. Moon is going to be in Taurus, affecting financial markets. So, might be able to squeeze some further upward, but it would be very minimal after that. Although that actual day should be kind of erratic. The 19th, the 20th, the 21st. There may be another rally at the week of Thanksgiving here in the U.S. But then we're heading to the second eclipse on December 4th, which is a solar. And I just feel like we're not going to see a crash, but we're going to see things start going on a downward trajectory and really not coming in an upward cycle again until about February or March. Sorry.
Oh, wow. That's highlight.
Well, there's this thing going on astrologically that's not going to be very favorable for the, regular markets and crypto. It's this Venus in Capricorn that will go retrograde on December 19th, which is a month out from that eclipse. So, you might be able to tweak out some more crypto, good, it may be going upwards but then the 19th of December, we have another hit astrologically that could adversely influence crypto market.
Some predict that the market will have a rally from probably November all the way into February, and then the technical analysts on the TA on Twitter, they think that will extend all the way to from now until April, like it will go straight up.
I don't agree astrologically with that because there's going to be too many interferences in the force, so to speak, a disturbance in the force with the Venus retrograde and with the eclipse fallout. Eclipses tend to take a toll for 3 months after, so that would take us until February 19th. Although there is going to be some dates in February, early in February, Lunar New Year, the 1st of February should be actually very, very good for the crypto markets to bounce back. Maybe not fully, not maybe, but if things had been adversely affected, as I see, by the Venus retrograde, Mercury is going to be retrograde through the month of January, the middle of January. Both of those could have an adverse effect. And then we come out of January, February 1st, Lunar New Year. We're going to see, the sun and moon in Aquarius. Yeehaw, last year, Lunar New Year was February 11th, which was a very pivotal day for the crypto markets, which I had predicted. And that was a really good rally day. So I think a good rally day, which would start an upward trajectory of sorts, would be February 1st, 2022.
Mm-hmm. Some compare this year market to either 2017 or 2013. Some analysts they compare like Bitcoin, the chart, this year to either 2013, and some people compare to the market rally in 2017, where it took off from October all the way to beginning of January, and then it tanked after January. So that's
quite possible. It's just that I think we're going to have these times within that time. I mean, I'm not going to say that's not going to happen, but I will say there's some astrological deterrence along the way where it may be more, it's not going to be like a very hot, it's not going to spike up. It may be like climbing a mountain. That's the metaphor for Capricorn, is the mountain goat. And in January, 4 planets in the sign of the mountain goat. So it will be tough climbing, but these eclipses could really, generally this eclipse would create some disturbance, but it could make for, I'd say more than anything, it would be erratic, like kind of like how it's been, like up one day, down, up, down, maybe making a bit of an upward trajectory. But I just think there's a lot of things coming that are going to be almost like shocks to people that are going to affect the crypto markets too.
That's good to know.
And just to clarify, the lunar eclipse, we're looking at November 19th through 21st, and the solar eclipse were December 19th through 21st?
No, December 4th, 5th, and 4th and 5th, there's going to be some fallout from that. Okay. And I mean, just in general, I suggest people go and listen to my Eclipse podcast that came out on Cosmic Jardine to understand how they affect society, and that how things get literally eclipsed or hidden, and things that have been hidden come forth. Like, it's not necessarily a good time to initiate anything, or to even be, don't get discouraged because outcomes are eclipsed, meaning you're not going to see the full potentiality around the eclipse window. And actually, the window is actually November 19th to December 4th. So you're not going to see the reality. It's almost like there's an eclipse or an illusion going on during those.
Okay. Very interesting. Yeah.
There's SL's.
Yay.
Yes, and here's SL's latest
episode, by the way. That's a more recent one that just came out the week of the this week, the week of the 8th of November, and then it was followed pretty closely by the eclipse. So some of your listeners may not have heard either of those two episodes that are very relevant to what's happening right now in the crypto market and in the cosmos.
Cool.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, so I know we wanted to touch on Shiba next.
Okay.
Do you have Shiba's chart with you, or SL? You have questions?
SL.
Well, right now is November 11th, and my group in the community are curious if Shiba will have any big rally this month and next month.
You know, I think Shiba could come back up between now and the 18th, to be quite frank. It depends what you think a rally is. Certainly keep going on an upward trajectory and maybe not any dumping or dropping between now and the 18th. But then let's see, Shiba. Oh, Shiba has something kind of cool happening right now, which supports what I just said astrologically. Venus, which is a planet that indicates wealth, the benefit is on the moon of Shiba right now. That Venus, which is in Capricorn, but it's going forward, it's not retrograde, is helping the moon of Shiba. So that's excellent. And then, as I said, we're going to have Saturn in December opposing the natal sun. So I think we can eke out some more Shiba gains in the next couple weeks, like probably with a little bit of a bump or not much happening, or, what might look like it's going downward around the 19th, 20th, 21st. But I think that Shiba is going to have a little pop up, too, at the end of the month of November. Probably even up until that eclipse situation. I mean, these are the dates when the Shiba's under direct opposition. The sun of Shiba's under direct opposition. That's going to be from the 2nd of December. So it does coincide with the eclipse of the 4th till about the 17th. Not such a good cycle for Shiba, those days in December 2021. 2nd to 17th of December, it could be a little dicey for Shiba.
From the 2nd to the 17th in December?
Yeah.
Oh, that's long.
That's a Saturn affliction. I mean, it's not like it's going to go down the whole time, but you might not see too much upward movement. It may be a little bit going up, it could be a little almost like stuck. I don't see that it's going to fall, but it won't be. If it had been going upwards, it may be in a weird holding pattern.
Then how about January and February, March of 2022 for Shiba?
Well, this is the crazy thing. Once it makes it through December, it's done with the Saturn affliction, and then we're going to have Pluto getting very close to the Saturn of Shiba, January, February, March, which removes an obstacle or a hindrance. The other very cool thing about what's going to happen for Shiba, it's going to have its Uranus return, meaning that this planet, Uranus in Taurus, is going to go back to where it was in the birth chart of Shiba. And that's going to be during January. That's why, where crypto maybe in general for a lot of the coins like Bitcoin and stuff might have some adverse influence from that Venus and Mercury retrograde. Shiba's got its own thing going on in its own chart with some pretty beneficial astrological energies. So, even though the other markets, the other coins may not be, doing so well climbing the mountain, Shiba's going to have something unexpected in a good way going on. So like that's why the weirdest thing about Shiba, it's like it's got its own thing. It's got its own energetic so that it can be doing things differently than the rest of the coins.
Yeah, I think sometimes some TA notes that if sometimes Bitcoin go down, Shiba go up.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Right. And Bitcoin tends to, like I always see Bitcoin as the mantle or the wake that pulls most of the other coins in its wake. So if Bitcoin's going up, many other coins are going to go up. It's like indicative of the whole market, but not Shiba. Shiba's got its own groove.
That's pretty awesome. That it has its own natal chart. I think there is some astrologer who has been reading Shiba chart. They are very impressed with Shiba favorable aspects.
Yeah, it's almost like they consulted an astrologer when they decided to incorporate or solidify, the birth date when they conceived, the actual, where some of these coins, we talked about this in another YouTube and another podcast. So some of them, it's like, oh, obviously they never consulted an astrologer with all these malefic oppositions and things in a chart. It's rare to like avoid. You can't always avoid things called squares or oppositions just because of the nature of the planets. I mean, Shiba, I would say the reason why Shiba is sort of like a maverick, so to speak, is because Uranus is at 10 degrees Taurus and it squares the natal sun of Shiba, which is whenever you have a Uranian transit, whether it's opposition or square, that would normally be considered a tense aspect in astrology. If you throw the planet Uranus into it, that's why it's quirky. That's why it does its own thing. It's not your basic crypto coin. It's going to have its own trajectory and do things a little bit out of the norm because of that Uranus square the sun in its natal chart. And so that's getting triggered. That's kind of getting triggered. That will get triggered actually in January. That's why in January it's like, okay, we're going to do something different. And I think it's positive because it's, Taurus, a money sign.
Interesting. So it could have that, some people are saying that it could drop a 0. So that could happen before that December 2nd, where you see those dark days or the eclipse affecting it December 2nd through the 17th. But then Uranus return in January, and leading kind of the next bull run, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Good news for Shiba.
And what's funny is Shiba led the bull run this time. I made a comment on that on Twitter because I was like, did Shiba just lead the bull run this time? Because people do not want to hear that. Bitcoin maximalists do not want to hear that, at least.
Yeah. It amazes me how my prediction back in May of 2021 to SL about Shiba being the coming from behind and being the, trying to establish itself with the big boys of crypto. And it's going to be everybody will know that name Shiba, and SL asking me, but why? I said, oh, it's the vibration. It sounds like Shiva, the name in Sanskrit, the divine masculine, but it's something to do with like an energetic around that coin that's making it rise and become, and it's got all next year too. Like this isn't just a flash in the pan. It's going to really show its legs in 2022.
I apologize, you guys. I had the wrong one. I had the SHIBA chart instead of the SHIB chart up. No wonder it was red instead of green.
And it had left 0.
I had not enough zeros. Sorry. I apologize. So this is the current, this is on November 11th, 2021. This is the correct chart for Shiba currently. I was wondering why it was red. Sorry about that. Thanks, SL, for sending me a message. So this is the current chart. Let me show you, what were we talking, 30 days?
Wow, look at the chart.
Yeah.
Like climbing a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out. If you can read Rorschach's, you can almost read like what's the figure that's showing up in that chart. So Rorschach is like a psychological. You show people like an ink block, and they, depending on what their psyche is, they'll tell you what they see. What do you see? That I see it's a man lying down who's about to stand up. No.
Right. And here's the 90-day. Very interesting. This sharp pullback. There was a lot of noise around that. I remember, and that was November 4th.
What's the 29th? Is that the peak day? The high date?
The 27th, it looks like October 27th.
Yeah.
So,
and yeah, I said 29th would be a peak date. Wow.
29th is right in here. Yeah, that was that. So very interesting. And then we're going into, looks like it's starting to climb again. So, let's see, what's the more current 7-day something. It's kind of hard to watch. Yeah, so we're looking at a climb right now. We're going strong, and you're saying that we are looking at, so a strong possibility leading up to that.
Yeah, 18th. It's going to continue to climb.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Good news for us.
Yeah. We have to wait and see.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about IoTEX.
Yeah.
You want to pull up the website, Lisa?
The website? Okay.
Website chart is fine. Website chart.
It's IoTEX or just IoTX?
Internet of Things EX. They spell two different ways.
Okay.
You got it.
Oh, I got it. Okay.
Tell us something about that, SL, while she's pulling it up so I can get a psychic hit on it.
So a couple days ago, I asked them, can you give me another coin that will do well, similar to Helium and Solana? They show me this logo. They told me people can make a lot of money, and they provide me a price predictions pretty high. So I want to know, what do you see about this coin?
Oh, yeah, look at that logo. It's like a sacred geometry with like triangles inside of it. Yeah, I get a very good feeling about this. Tell our listeners a little bit about the functionality of it. What is it going to do? It's going to help with the internet.
It said that token will connect the physical and digital world. It will connect the devices onto the blockchain. They already have working products. Okay. Can you pull up the website, Elisa? Thank you.
Maybe one of your Patreons can also find out the information on the astrology of this.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just work off of energetic and vibration, like I did from Shiba the first time when I heard about it. I do get a feeling about this. Its time is yet to come, though. I feel like this is going to be one that gathers steam and is going to become very, almost like it's going to become, what the functionality it does is going to become more and more necessary. So I feel this is going to rise. This one is one to look for. This is one to look out for. And I feel good things about it. What did your spirit guides say about it?
This one will make people millions of dollars.
Yeah,
a lot of money.
Yeah, it's almost like this baby hasn't been birthed fully.
Yes.
And I love all that galactic. Look at that, building the connected world. It looks like a universe. So I get a very good feeling about this because I almost feel like it's going to be something that it definitely has this necessity piece to it, functionality wise, and it's just going to be coming from behind. I almost feel like, again, what Spirit keeps telling me, its time has not come quite yet. It's almost like it's in the background. And then it's going to make its debut, and when it does, it's going to be, a rocket taking off. That rocket will probably take off in the spring, to be quite, but it's building up some kind of steam from behind the scenes right now, is what Spirit's saying. Does that make sense?
Yes, and I was surprised because I knew about this coin in March, but I don't know their potential until a few days ago. They're kind of weird. So on the night of November 9th, in the afternoon of November 9th, they gave me the information, and overnight when I woke up, the price shot up by 100%. Like when I discovered the coin, or 10 cents, and then when I woke up, it's like 20 cents. And then by the end of the day, like 25 cents. Now, it's cooled down a little bit. People taking profit and the price retraced. But I'm like, what happened? I mean, I just a couple hours and then it went up so much. But they have a lot going on with this project. They just partnered with Chainlink.
Yes.
And they also, I think, attending a conference right now. So they have a lot going on. They're working on a lot of different things, NFT. And they have, so for the past few months, they got listed on Coinbase. So after they got listed on Coinbase, it went from a penny and shot up all the way to 10 cents. I didn't look at this coin, and then suddenly it's like 10 cents. I'm like, oh. So I'm glad that you have a favorable prediction for this.
Yeah, I really feel like this is one that, like you said, are going to make people a lot of money. And your guides just brought it to your attention, or do one of your members mention it to you?
The funny thing is that I own this coin, and I look at it from time to time, and the logo stand out because it's green, and so I own a coin. A small part of the community know about this coin. Some of my member own this coin, but we never talk about this coin in our group because it's just in the background. There's so many coin. This just one of the many coin. And yeah, and then when I asked them, they show me this logo. I said, okay, this one.
Yeah, I really like the which is the energy of it, but also they're very, the galactic theme there with the, what looks like a solar system. Yeah, so I think this is definitely a future oriented coin that is going to become very much needed and be very it's helping on so many levels. So I think that it is one to watch out for. And, you said there's some kind of conference going on with it right now.
Yeah, they attending. Let me look on my Twitter.
Yeah, so that's where the energetic is coming from. That's boosting it. There's a lot of hype around it. There's a lot of excitement developing among those who are attending. And so that's going out into the ethers, and that's, getting the buzz going. And that's what probably you tuned into about IoTEx.
They're involving a lot. They're involving the gaming, the DeFi, the NFT, the non-fungible. This year they have been very busy. That part that I know of.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of hype. There's a lot of buzz around it, which is going out, and that's why everybody needs to get on board.
On the Twitter, they said that EPN. Oh, I thought it was ESPN. Was EPN. They have collaboration with another project called EPNS. But when I read it, I thought it was a ESPN.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like they're going to get the attention of like bigger interests who may want to integrate them in some way.
Yeah, I'm very I'm excited about this coin.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so we have to source out the astrological information on it so we can start reading its chart next time.
Yeah, there's a coin that I have the natal information Saitama, but I don't have it right now in front of me. We have to do that in the next show. Saitama is a meme coin, but they have a lot of capital for marketing, so they everywhere.
Okay.
They've been doing really well.
Yeah, and didn't their wallet, or there
We're
was a
launching 2 days.
conference just was this weekend or something for Saitama?
Yeah, this month in Vegas. I forgot what day. They for a meme coin they have a lot of budget. They've been everywhere. They have been doing a lot of advertisement.
Mm-hmm.
So you want my hit on Saitama?
Secondly,
Saitama.
Yeah.
Some people call it Saitama. Some people call it Saitama.
Again, what are they?
Isn't a meme coin that they make a promise that hey, we will create? Oh, so they launching a wallet right now, and then they said that the hospital will use the technology.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, the thing is that, let's see, that you show me their website. Yeah. Oh, look, they have a wolf and the moon and the mountain. Very creative, community-driven platform. Okay. Was it built on the Ethereum blockchain? Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're going to be like a bust wide open one, but they're going to start getting some recognition. They're going to start, kind of being more on people's, tongues. People talk about it more. I don't get the big, drive that I get with some others. It's going to make its way. It feels not like a big explosive kind of, but it's kind of going to be becoming more.
This wallet is the big deal. That
yeah,
the Sata mask. Yeah, I mean it's going to make some gains, but it's going to take a while. I'm hearing that there's also, this is all their plans, but how fast this is going to be achieved is questionable. That's sort of what I'm getting. It may take longer to get to the level they're trying to get to, is what I'm getting.
Yeah.
So
I think next year.
Keep an eye on it.
Yes.
On it for sure.
Yes. So next time, probably you can read the chart for them. I will provide you information in advance.
Information, yeah.
That would be great. We could look at the IoTEx. We can look at Saitama, and if there are any other ones that people can come up with the accurate birth information for, that would be great.
Yes,
absolutely.
I know you have to go, Lisa.
Yeah. Absolutely. I was going to come up with both of your, with SL, your Patreon, just to share your page. We'll have all the links in the description for everybody's content. I shared one of Jill's websites. We also have her astrology website where you guys can reach her, as well as her podcast that we showed previously. Like I said, we'll have all the links in the description. You guys can check out my Patreon as well. We'll have all the links in the description where you can reach all of us. And we wish everyone a happy holiday, that we're going into this season, and put more good energy out there. And Jill, sending you some hugs and good energy. Hope you feel much better soon,
Lisa. And I just want to let people know I'm booking now into December. November is pretty slam. So if you reach out, you probably won't get an appointment into December. Just so heads up.
Yes.
That's a great problem to have.
Take care, Jill. I hope you get well soon.
Thank you. I'm fine. It's all energetic because of what's going on. It was that darn Mars, Mercury conjunction in Scorpio scoring Saturn, and the moon yesterday on the 9th, just feeling the fallout of that. Getting ready for the eclipse. Getting ready for the eclipse.
So everybody stay focused, send each other and Mother Earth some positive energy. We will see you guys on the other side. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Give us a like, and we'll see you next time. Take care.
Thank you.